Okay, hey, I've just basically left my last end of the vlog. How I'm starting this one. So this one is for you, Mel and Joe. Cruise ship tour. So as I said in my previous vlog, it's a lot smaller. The MARELLA ships are a lot smaller than like your typical P&O, Royal Caribbean, all of them, blah 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 blah. But they're just super friendly. Like this, you chat to people each night and you see them again. Whereas I imagine some you don't, like you recognise people. It's like they're really like small and like something like that. So without further ado, let's crack on with the cruise tour. So I am currently on the top floor, so I feel like we may as well start from the top and work our way down. So I'm just going up to deck 13, which is the top deck. Don't know if you had to hear me from the noise, but this is a mini golf area. So your clubs and everything are all here ready to go, and your balls. And then we've got a little mini golf area, all free of charge. Just come and play whenever you like. So this just spans one bit of the top section, as you can see. And then we go down to deck 12. So this is a nice little veranda area, so you can hire these. So like your own little private veranda. And then through here is just some beds and chairs. And that goes all the way around to about the same point here. So these are just some egg chairs and some more premium type, some beds for chilling. And we have a bar here on deck 12. This is the terrace part. So we've got all our sunbeds along here, and then on the other side, swimming pools are down there. Then we come on to the other side of the ship. So top deck up there is a running track. Next one down is just some sunbeds. And then through here is our first bar. So this is Indigo, which is a bar, club and casino. So you get live musicians and stuff in here in an evening. So this spans the whole front of the ship on deck 12. Oh, there's another cruise ship in. Don't know what that one is. So these are your casino tables. Got American roulette, blackjack, poker. And then coming down, we have the spa, which is just through here. This is where the gym is, massage rooms, blah 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 blah. That spans the whole front of there. And then we come through to the other side, which is a Italian like buffet style place. This is called bananas. A nice little restaurant. And then we've got a bar over here, pools, ice cream stand. It's actually loads of sunbeds. We've never struggled to get a sunbed, which is really good. And then we've got a snack shack, which does burgers and hot dogs and fries and stuff at lunch. And then this section here, Beach Cove, does like sandwiches and bits and bobs. So they also do breakfast, so you could sit and have some brekkie. And then the rest of this deck is all at the buffet, which I'll show you. Hello. So this is the buffet. Goes all the way around here, all the way down there. Drinks, an omelette and other fun stuff. So that's the whole of this floor. There's also a bit of outdoor seating as well, which is nice, but I don't want to film too many people eating their breakfast. I don't want them to get annoyed. And then 10 is all cabins, I think. Yeah, deck 10 is all cabins. So we're gonna come down the stairs. Nine is also all cabins. That is where our cabin was. 8 is also all cabins. And then we come to 7, so I'm just going to go to the very end. Okay. Squid and Anchor is one of the bars. This is where a lot of entertainment is in the evening. Bingo, all that jazz. So I've got seats, stage, bar, and then we have the coffee shop, which is called Coffee Port. This is an extra charge if you don't have the premium drinks package. You have to pay extra for the coffee here. So this is the little cafe. And then photo gallery place here. So that's the coffee shop. And they do iced coffee. Very strong, but delicious. And then we come through to floor 1 of the shopping centre, which they're only allowed to open when we're at sea. They're not allowed to open when we are in port, so these are all currently shut. This is like a little shopping mall. And then we come through to the 19th hole, which is another bar based on golf. There's also golf simulators in here. There's the bar. And then these are the simulators which you can hire. I think they're extra cost, but I'm not sure, it's not really my vibe. That's the bar. And then another simulator. Dartboard. These cute little tuk-tuk things you can sit in. I think it's meant to be a golf cart actually. So that's 19th hole, and then we've got the Broadway show lounge, which I don't think I can get in, but you can see that I put in a video from one of our last, from one of the shows that we went to. I'll just pop in a video so you can see inside there, but it looks like a theatre. It's very nice. And then we go down to 6. Let's go. So 6 starts with the Broadway show lounge again. There's 2 basically entrances and exits. Got some nice outdoor seating and area here. And then we come through to the 2nd floor of shops. Again, very quiet because they're not open. So this is Flutes bar, which is very cute. We haven't actually sat in here to be fair, but it's very nice. And then through here we've got a bar and then 2 of the specialty restaurants. So we've got Surf and Turf restaurant here, which is a paid extra. The bar area here, so a lot of people waiting for their tables. It's very, very busy down here in an evening. And then this side we've got MARELLA, which is the Asian restaurant. It's very sweet in here. Nice. And then it looks like they're closed, but through here is morning. Vista. So this is one of the, this is an Italian restaurant which is included in your package. And then Piccadilly's, which is like a British kind of vibe, also all included. Which is again very, very nice. And then going down a floor again, we have the kind of like main dining hall. It's just like the big main one that everyone kind of goes to. They do breakfast here. And evening food, this is called Latitude. This is just, again, morning. So we're already on 5, so I've got to go up to go back down again because this part's weird. I don't know why it's like this. One sec. In the Flutes bar, they've got little, you can press for them to bring you champagne. Bougie. Down we go. Deck 5. We have guest services, reception, where you can book your next cruise. So you can do a few different things on these screens. So you can like check your bookings, book excursions, look at your photos, book your next cruise, port info, all sorts of stuff on here, which is very, very handy. These are dotted around the ship. And then we've got a reception. Nice little wall you can write on, very, very cute. And through here is the dining club. It's only the one we didn't come to, which looks very, very sweet, looks very intimate. Very nice little piano. Looks fancy. So this is reception area. This is where you buy your bingo tickets, very important. And then through here is just more cabins. But you've got these maps dotted around everywhere. Not that you necessarily need them because it is a very small ship. But yeah, that concludes the ship tour. Like, it's not very big, but it's not obviously small. Yeah, it's perfect, literally perfect. You wouldn't need anything else. We'll go and have a look at some outside areas actually as well. Oh, and I forgot to mention, this is the MARELLA Explorer 2, for anyone interested. They're all slightly different. The one I went on a couple of years ago was completely different. I think that was the Discovery 2. Can't remember. But yeah, that concludes the ship tour.